Small update for the CJX. I started working on this blog yesterday. This is the CJX with a billet crankshaft rear seal and with ARP studs on the crankshaft bearing caps. Okay? Yesterday I spent all day by just doing what? Let me show you. Just put the new O-rings, the new seal on the oil pan, new O-ring here. Okay? Did I do something else here? I replaced also this bolt. This is a new bolt. The piston rings. Okay. I put the crankshaft main bearings. I torque it down. I have put the two balance shafts. And that's it. I wash also the engine. After first I check the clearance and I fix the piston ring up, and then I wash the engine block. Why I spend one day on that? Just only for the clearance of the crankshaft? That's what takes time actually. Because this engine block, I forget it, but this engine block, it replaces the first block. That means when it came here, this crankshaft, it's not the block, we get it from a scrapyard. It's not the first block that came with this crankshaft and with these parts. So, by the way, I changed also the balance shafts because it's different. There is one small difference. There is a, in any case, to the point. What happened? When I receive the engine block, before I remove the crankshaft bearing caps, because I receive it with the crankshaft bearing caps, alright? I mark it. I make one mark here and then I write number 1, number 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, like what I'm doing all the time, to be able to track them. I send it to the machine shop, they make it at 83 millimeters, then came back to me, I wash it and then I keep it behind the curtain. It was over there. It was next to the other one. This is with a stock crankshaft rear seal. This is how I know which one is what. Alright. Now the place of that block gets the intake manifold for the 156. Alright. So, what happened? The caps was mixed up. And when I start measuring it, it was giving to me some stupid numbers. Then I used a plastic gauge, and the stupid numbers, it was printed also on the plastic gauge. I was have very tight clearance. It was something like 0.025 on the number 4 here, and on the number 2 it was something like 0.02 of millimeter. 0.025 it was on the number 4. 0.07 it was on the number 2. It was too much. 700 millimeter. So I was scratching my head. I said, okay, why is this happening? I clean with a wire wool all the bearing caps again, pass it through the petrol, make sure that everything is fine. I check the bearings, and I'm starting with the upper bearings, what's suggesting here on the block, to be nice and straight, and then the lower bearings to don't have any headache. I'm putting first the 0 one, let us say. Let us say that I'm putting the 0, and then I'm adjusting it. It depends, because you can move with the colors. Alright, so I said, okay, I was scratching my head, I was looking for that, I was checking also the numbers that I put before. I said, the numbers it's in place, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, as supposed to be. But I forget that this block, it was from scrapyard, and somebody opened and removed the crankshaft before, and most probably they put the crankshaft bearing caps, they just throw it in. They didn't put it properly in. That was the case. Because when I see the code, after that I understand what happened. So right now it's number 1, 3, 4, 2, 5. Before it was mixed up. The number 1 was right, the number 5 it's right. Yeah, it's a little bit difficult to mix up these two because there is no side bolt on the first and the last one, and then there is a shape also. Then the number 4, that it's to hold the thrust washers, and that was my mistake. If I saw that from the first place, the number 4 was located on the number 4 crankshaft bearing cap. It was here instead of being on the number 3 position here. In any case, I was scratching my head. I clean the crankshaft, I try again and then again and I drive bearings, and then you're reaching also at one point that when you are tight, you cannot change the bearing, because you are reaching at one point that, you know what, okay, what bearing are we gonna put? There is no other bearing. There is no minus. There is 0, and then there is plus 0.00 4, the next one, that means it can be more tight, cannot be more loose. Finally, I figured it out. I fixed it. Finally, fortunately. Okay, it spins fine, it spins how it's supposed to be. It gives me the correct clearance in all of them. At the end, alright. And we're ending up here. Now, like I said, the piston rings are in an envelope with a number for number 1 cylinder, number 2 cylinder, number 3 cylinder, number 4. It doesn't matter because there is no run out in the cylinder, and I can get, let's say, the number 1 cylinder, I can put on the number 3. I'm keeping it in order, but I'm just saying, since the piston rings and the cylinders are okay, they are the same actually, in any cylinder, wherever we're going to put the number 1, or the top piston ring or the second piston ring, from the number 1 cylinder, even if I put on the number 4, it's going to be the same. But even though I'm keeping it in order, and I'm going to put it on the cylinder that I make the gap, that I double check it. Just don't have any headache. Now, I forget also that I put also the new seal here on the balance shaft. Right, today I need an engine stand to put the engine on an engine stand. I cannot keep it like that. I don't have an engine stand. I have to remove one engine to put an engine stand, and I have to continue with the piston connectors. Always have an eye on the instructions, installation specification sheet, let us say, because you never know, even if you are using all the time, let us say, one brand of pistons, you never know when they're going to change something. Maybe you're not going to be informed or something. It's good thing to read what it says here inside, just to don't have any surprise, to don't make any mistake. Alright, that's what I'm doing all the time, to have a peace of mind. What else? Anything else? Nothing else. I'm continuing with piston connecting rods, and I hope to see from where I'm gonna find an engine stand now. There is also no space. And it's coming, I saw on Instagram one post, it's coming another M157 from USA. Go figure out. How lovely. In any case, I forget to mention also this bolt, it's a new one, obviously. The aluminum bolts are there. Did I mention that I sent back the cylinder heads because the owner, he will gonna fix the cylinder heads, so I'm gonna close the short block, okay? And I forget to send him the guide that goes to the cylinder head cover. I'm gonna send also this with the engine back to him. That's the status. That's the status. One full day just because I didn't realize that the bearings, the caps, or the crankshaft bearing caps, it was not properly in place. Yeah. Put the pin back. This, it was out, both of them, hot and cold, came inside, beautiful. Moving on. I hope today to finish it and to be able to ship it tomorrow morning. That's it for now. Small update. Thank you. It is a little bit difficult to. I make. What I make? How to find the title now on this one, because there is. In any case, like I said, this one is for the billet crankshaft rear seal. Okay, let's say like that. Let's separate it like that. And this one is the one that has ARP studs on the crankshaft bearing caps. That's it. I believe that. Yeah, the other one doesn't have. Yeah, okay, that's it. Let's move on. Pistons connecting rods. The pistons connecting rods, it's just one checkup to see that it's okay. It's supposed to be 0.1 gram plus minus 0.1 to 0.2 grams. No need any modifications. Just only to see that it's okay, everything. Cleaning it, preparing it, and then after that installing it. Thank you.